Good morning, Year 2. We are now on Wednesday, which is halfway through the week. Well done. I'm really proud of you all being superstars and completing your maths work so far this week. Today we are sorting 2D and 3D shapes. So let's have a look at some vocabulary. We need to know the difference between regular, regular shapes and irregular. So regular and irregular. Regular shapes are shapes that have sides that are all the same length. Irregular shapes have the same number of sides as a regular shape, but they are not all the same length. So a regular hexagon looks like this because all of the sides are the same, but this shape is still a hexagon because it's still got 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's still a hexagon because it's got 6 sides. Which one of these shapes doesn't belong? Which one of these shapes doesn't belong, and can you explain why? So there's your first challenge of the day. Look at these 4 shapes, tell me which one doesn't belong and explain why, okay? Well done for having a go at that. Oh dear. We are now sorting some shapes. So, picture 1. How have the shapes been sorted? So you need to have a look at the shapes and decide how they have been sorted. You need to think about their vertices, their sides, what they look like, okay? So let's have a look. Let's count the sides of all these shapes. So the circle has got 1 side. The square has got 4 sides, and so has the rectangle. Okay. Let's have a look over here. So we've got a hexagon which has got 6 sides. Let's count the sides of this shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It could be to do with sides, but what else could it be to do with? Think about the shapes we are looking at. Are all the sides the same? Are all the sides the same here? So I've thought of 2 ways these shapes could be sorted. You'll have to let me and Miss Smith know what you think. So I think they are sorted into regular and irregular, but they could also be sorted by 4 or less sides, 5 or more sides. So there are 2 ways I think we could sort those shapes, which is okay. You can sort them in more than one way. Let's have a look at this one then. Now, there's a mix of regular and irregular here, so we know it's not that. What's special about a circle that none of these shapes have got? Look at its side. It's got, if you can get this question, then you can have a dojo, because it's really tricky. Okay, it just takes you to have some concentration and some looking, but it's sorted into curved sides and straight sides. Okay, that's how they are sorted. These shapes are about to be sorted into 2 groups. So here's my pile of shapes, and here is how I am sorting them. So I'm sorting by the odd number of faces, even number of faces. And remember that a face is the surface that makes up the shape. So the 2D shape that makes the 3D shape. So let's see if we can sort them. The triangular prism has got 5 sides. So I'll write that next to it. The cube has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. faces. The hexagonal prism has got 8 and the pentagonal prism has got 7. Can you now sort them for me? I've helped you with the faces. You now need to sort them between odd and even. Okay, I will draw some lines to show you. So, odd, even, odd, even. That's how you would sort them out, okay? Which group will have the most shapes? Now I'm going to leave this as a challenge for you today. So you need to look at odd number of vertices, even number of vertices. Look how we did this sorting activity together and then try this one yourself, okay? Bronze, your questions today. You need to sort the shapes into the tables, okay, for all 4 of those questions. And then here you've got a Venn diagram and you need to circle the 3 shapes that could be placed in the Venn diagram and write the letters in the correct part. So if you think shape E can go here, you would write the letter E, and the same with this side, but looking at the headings for the groups. Silver, you are doing questions 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the silver and gold sheets. Okay, so there are 2 today. You've got to draw lines to sort the shapes. Tell me how the shapes have been sorted. Tell me if either is correct and draw a group of 3 different pentagons. And then here, circle the odd one out in each group. Tick the shape that could go in the group. Tick the shape that could go in both groups. And tell me how these shapes have been sorted. Gold, you are doing questions 4 and 5 and 5 and 6. Okay, so you've got to sort the shapes, starting with the shape that has the fewest sides. And then again, but with the fewest vertices. What do you notice about your answers to part A and B? So what is similar or different about your answer? And write a sentence or 2 about that. And then on here on the squared paper, you need to draw 3 different shapes in each group. So I want 3 different shapes with 4 sides. I want 3 different shapes with an odd number of vertices and 3 different shapes with an even number of sides. Here you need to write the names of shapes that could go in these groups. Draw lines to sort these 3D shapes and give each of your groups a label. So at the moment they're just group A and group B and they need a label. And then platinum, you need to tell me if the children are correct, how you would label your groups, and tell me if the children's shapes can fit into their Carroll diagrams, explaining your answer, okay? And I will be back tomorrow with your final maths lesson of the week. I hope you have a lovely day.